This episode of Champ and the Tramp is brought to you by Bubba Coos Burritos. It is always my go-to spot whenever I'm hungry.
Yeah, I just saw Roger there the other day, and at lunch, and the day before.
Absolutely.
So don't miss it. He's always there. I'm always there. Place to eat.
3 square meals a day.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
All right, everybody, welcome to Champ of the Trip. I don't know if you're with us for this little
Frankie,
tidbit we've been going, but my qualm, I'm going to talk about the fight.
This guy's throwing out qualm words already. Go ahead, buddy.
The fight, Logan Paul versus
yes.
Mr. Mayweather.
Yes.
And Roger, I'm like, hey, did you see the fight? Oh, I saw the highlights. The fuck does that mean? I saw the highlights. Where are you? I want to know, where does he see highlights?
Here's what it means. This is what it means in a nutshell. I'm a single dad, had my kids this weekend. I put them to bed. And I can't keep my eyes open, so I fall asleep. That's what happened. So then I wake up in the morning.
You should stand up. I have a buddy that used to fall asleep. He would stand up, watch TV, so he didn't fall asleep. That's what you should do.
So anyway,
because you can't. I'll be honest. A highlight does not paint a picture of a fight
could not
whatsoever.
Could not agree more.
I mean, really, it was not really as you call it a fight. I mean, yeah,
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. So I didn't get the full effect. I didn't see the full spectrum of the fight. I agree with you. So you're going to have a better analysis than I am, no question.
Well, naturally.
Well, you're a fighter too. You're a fighter too, dickhead.
Relax, relax. We know you're very opinionated. You got a lot of good opinions. So, what do you take from the highlights? From the highlights.
So all I said when I walked into his house, he's sitting on the couch. What did you think of the fight? All I said was, I thought Logan looked good. That's all I said. I thought he looked good, meaning better than I thought he would do. I picked Mayweather to win the fight in the 6th round. That's what I said was going to happen. That's what
I'm down with that.
Mayweather,
I think. Yeah.
I figured the first 2-3 rounds, just like McGregor. I figured, he has the slow start. He feels people out, picks the pace. Logan's a big guy though. Logan's weighed in at 189 or something like that.
Yeah, he's probably
about 190 pounds. So he's he's got a good 30 pounds on Mayweather. I figured Mayweather was, I figured Logan was gonna have an early start. We was gonna try to take his head off, because Mayweather's got great cardio. Everybody probably knows they're not going to go the full distance with Mayweather and have the same cardio as him. But I did only watch the highlights, so I don't really know how it started.
You did see? Did you see the Logan try to go all stiff and shit?
Yeah. It was in, saw that.
How'd you think that looked?
I thought he was just playing the game, playing the part.
What game?
What do you mean all stiff and shit? What do you mean?
Did you see the part where Logan threw like a 12-punch combination at him? You must not seen that.
No, it had to be in the highlights. I guess I saw it, but it probably just went right to the next highlight. So I was
like gunslinging, like from his hips.
Yeah. So had him in the corner. Yeah.
What did you think of that?
What do you mean? What did I think of it? I thought Logan looked good.
You thought that looked good?
Traditional boxing style? No, but for a YouTube guy fighting,
I'm not saying the whole fight. That sequence, that comedy, you thought that looked good?
Yeah, for a YouTuber, I thought it looked good. Yes,
not for. I mean, just for a boxing match. For a box match,
no.
You think that looked good?
No, I don't think. I don't think it was anything that any.
I'm just asking you, Bo. Don't take offense. Don't take offense, you sensitive Sally.
This is the standard for boxing. No, but he's a YouTube guy that fought arguably the best boxer.
I'm just saying.
I thought he looked good.
I think he looked a lot better.
He went the distance.
He did a lot better than most people thought he would, even including myself.
Right.
I thought Mayweather was getting him tired.
He had a better gas tank than McGregor did.
It's different though. Listen, size fucking matter a little bit. It matters.
But shouldn't that work the opposite? Because he's a heavier guy than McGregor, right? He weighs more. His gas tank should have burned out earlier. No? Typically heavier guys burn out earlier, cardio-wise.
It's just a different pace of a fight.
Okay, so explain that, though. Why?
What do you mean?
Because you made it sound like when I said I thought his gas tank looked better than McGregor's, he went the distance. You said,
it's just a different fight. Like to me, Mayweather and McGregor was less of an exhibition. Was more of a real fight. This was more of an exhibition.
I would.
And if you watched, I don't know if you only seen the highlights of the Mayweather McGregor.
I'm not sure. I said that. I could have lied.
Right.
Said I watched the whole thing.
Okay, so you didn't see the whole movie.
I saw the highlights. No, I did not see.
So you didn't see Mayweather McGregor
no,
either?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
McGregor. I did.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying in that fight, Mayweather, he was putting on. He went after McGregor. You know what I mean? I think he utilized his skills a lot more later in the fight.
Third round, fourth round, started
But you
coming
kind of
on.
try doing the same thing here.
Right.
It's this guy's a lot bigger than McGregor.
Right.
And I don't think Mayweather's the same guy. I don't think he trained the same way.
Mm-hmm.
For McGregor, I'm sure he got ready for McGregor.
Yeah.
For this guy, he even said, he's like, I trained, but I didn't train like I was training for a fight.
Right. What is your, as a fighter, Logan Paul came out with some pretty, brass comments, kind of firing at Dana, saying, I kind of in defense of
Jake Paul. That was Jake.
Sorry,
brother.
I'm sorry, Jake.
That probably wasn't in the highlight, I guess.
in defense of MMA guys, he really kind of stuck up for you guys and said that you should be getting bigger purses. Should be based on what you bring in, and you're the only athletes really that don't get that percentage. And what is your take on that?
I mean, listen, yeah. I mean, should we be getting paid more as a whole? I'm sure, yes, we should be.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to sell fights. Like, dude, Connors makes good fucking money.
Right.
Habib makes good fucking money.
Right. But that's what, top 1% of guys, right? Those two.
Right, because they actually pull in the crowd.
Right.
You got to be able to have.
Ronda Rousey had a good comment on it. She said someone tried to pull like a feminist comment and said, "What do you think that guys are getting paid more?" She said, "It doesn't bother me. It has nothing to do with feminism. I think that fighters should get a portion of what they bring in. I bring in big numbers, so I get paid big money.
Agreed. Yeah.
So,
I mean, but hey, anybody bringing light to it is good, I guess. And guys are like I've been in the sport for a long time. The pay has gone up. Guys are getting taken care of more and more. It's trending in the right direction.
Right. So what is your take now? Because it also happens in your sport, in MMA. What is your take on these sort of exhibition fights that have nothing? I don't mean it in MMA because obviously you guys are all, you have some ranking, you're professionals. It's not exhibition. I guess I said that wrong. But on sort of fan-based fights where guys that maybe you might be the number 10 guy, but because you're the most outspoken guy, you're fighting the number 1 guy, and it brings in.
How do I feel about that? Yeah, I get it. It's a business, entertainment. People want to. Excuse me, I'm fucking choking on.
But doesn't that hurt a guy like you because you're not crazy outspoken?
No, because I'm not. Look, I fought for the title fucking more than most people.
Right.
Because I won fucking fights.
Right, because you won fights, not because of what you said.
No, yeah, I mean, right. But I think most guys that get these fights, they also can fight. Mm-hmm. It's not like they're just could talk. Right. If you were in there and you could just talk and you can't fight, you're not going to get very far.
Right.
So these guys can do a little bit of the fighting, and some of them can do a lot of the fighting.
Well,
but they talk really well.
I guess, yeah, I agree with you.
But you have to win the fight. You have to win certain fights.
I agree with you.
And the right fights to get to the next.
There is fast tracking.
And you also have to listen. You also, you kind of have to be a good employee, I guess you could say, right? Like they come to me, ask me, can I fight? Can I step up? I don't say no.
Right.
I don't really pick opponents, stuff like that. That kind of goes a long way in getting title shots too.
Right. I agree. But, there is this sort of new trend where you make more money now. It doesn't matter how well you did in your MMA career. You can have one fighting a YouTube sensation and make more money than you did in your whole career. That's kind of crazy. And then you got people doing other things. You got Paige Van Sant making more money with OnlyFans than she ever made in MMA.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. People do. Listen, whatever provides for you and your family, do it.
I guess.
We've talked about it. I said, would you take a fight with the Paul brothers? You said, fuck yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah, of course. I think anybody in our shoes would.
You're a fighter. Does it hurt the MMA
credibility? And
credibility.
Stuff like that? No, who gives a fuck, man? It's a fight. Fight's a fight.
Really? You think so? If guys are fighting YouTubers,
this is nothing.
Guys are stepping away
this is
from
nothing
MMA
new. This is nothing new.
How so?
Celebrity boxing has been around forever.
Right, but it doesn't make any money, bro.
Yeah, well, no. Now
make any money. Nobody's making any money off celebrity boxing.
No shit, because YouTube wasn't around, right? Now you got this YouTube audience that wants to see these guys fight.
I don't even know who's fighting, but this weekend, Jamie and Derek and all. There's some celebrity.
I know who's fighting.
Who is it? I don't know. They asked me to come down. I don't know who it is.
Lamar Odom.
Really?
Yep.
No shit.
And he's fighting Aaron Carter or one of the. Yeah, I think Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter, the fucking singer, dude. The little brother. Isn't he a little brother or something?
To the Backstreet Boys.
Isn't there a massive fucking size difference between those guys?
You would think. Well, I think Carter is like real tall but skinny.
He is? Oh, I didn't know he was tall.
And who knows? Maybe Odom's still on a pipe. Oh, he's fucking mad skinny there too.
So obviously that's one fight. They're not everybody's going down there for one fight. Who else is on the card? Any idea? That's probably the main
Chuck
card.
Liddell is the guest referee.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Should hit Chuck up.
Yeah.
You going down? You gonna go? What's the date?
Saturday. My
Saturday.
dad and my sister are gonna be in town. I don't think I can do it. I mean, they go to bed early. Maybe I could shoot down there. But Derek asked me to come down. They got a suite. They're going out afterwards and shit. But my dad, I don't see my dad that much. And my sister flew him out to Michigan, and they're driving here, and then they're going to Maine, and they're gonna have like a little ceremony for my grandmother's ashes, and like a remembrance, for her. So it's kind of a whole trip, and because I don't get to see them often, I'd feel really guilty if I bailed to go to a celebrity boxing event.
Well, I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, I watched the highlights.
Yeah, I watched the highlights. That you wonder.
You're not going down, bro. You never do.
But
shit.
But it's also different too. Like that's celebrity boxing, right?
Right.
That is. Jake Paul, especially, even Logan Paul. You watch him fight. I mean, the guys are taking it serious. Like to go in there and do 10 rounds. Like he had a good enough cardio. He didn't look technical or anything like that.
Right.
But the fact that he hung in there.
But you're the one that said it's been around for a while, and your point was celebrity boxing. Celebrity boxing does not make any money. Both those guys got paid huge money.
Right, I know, but it's going to get to the point, right?
And they look like professionals. You think the celebrity boxing people
who looks like professionals? You think?
I thought Logan Paul looked like a professional. You don't think so?
No.
Compared to fucking celebrity boxing guys, you don't think he looked like a professional? The celebrity boxing.
What do you mean? How can you could look like a professional, or you could look like a celebrity boxing guy? You know what I mean? What do you mean? You can't look
Logan Paul would destroy anybody that has done celebrity boxing thus far. Destroy them.
No, he won't. Obviously he won't. He's 0-1-1. Fuck are you talking about? He's 0-1-1 in celebrity boxing.
Who was the other guy?
A fucking KSI, another YouTube guy.
And he lost one?
He's 0-1-1. He lost and he had a draw.
Okay.
So I guess that's a fucking check mark for Mr. Edgar over here.
All right. I'll concede. I just have never seen a good celebrity boxing fight. I've never seen anybody that looks like they get out of
the Fridge Perry, right? The Fridge, the Fridge from the Bears.
I know exactly who he is.
I think he fought Manute Ball, I think.
No way.
How about Sticky? Remember Sticky from Onyx?
Sticky Fingers?
Yeah, Sticky Fingers from
Unless
Onyx.
you got 10 sticky fingers, it's an imitation, a figment of your imagination.
Right,
but it gets worse.
Right.
I'm not watered down because I'm dying of thirst.
This guy's
going through with the plan, foolproof plan. B-boys make some noise and just slam. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let the boys be boys.
What was that?
That's Onyx, baby. Sticky Fingers.
I know. Thanks.
That's my high school jam.
But you didn't see that one where he got his ass. He got beat by the white.
Now that you mention it,
on MTV.
Yes. I do kind of vividly or vaguely rather remember that. Yeah.
That's 50 Cent. 50 Cent came out that song. Remember How to Rob?
Really?
You never heard the song How to Rob?
No.
He's like he comes at everybody. He comes at Raekwon, him.
Really?
And he comes at Sticky Finger. He's like, how you gonna beat my ass when you got your ass beat by that white boy on MTV? Some shit like that.
Really? No, I guess I don't know that song.
Yeah, well, you're old.
Yeah. Yep. Who was it 50 had the beef with that kept saying, wasn't it?
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule kept saying you can't read. He was reading him the Cat in the Hat shit. Wait, I thought that was Mayweather.
No, that was 50 was saying that to Mayweather.
Mayweather, yeah.
You got your shit off.
No, I corrected myself. I just said it was Mayweather.
Yeah, okay.
You said
I said it. I said it.
You said Ja Rule. You said Ja Rule. Such a hater.
No. I said you said the beef, right?
And then
I said Ja Rule, and then you clarified what kind of beef about not reading. And I said no, that was Mayweather. And you said, oh yeah, okay. Yes. We can fucking replay it, baby. It's on film.
You're much more intellectual than me, Frankie.
Much more.
Much more.
I know about rap beef more than you. Dude, that was a real thing back in the day. I used to read like the Source magazine.
But they all beefed with each other.
Did that, right?
No. Yeah. They all beefed with each other, and it was a lot of talk and not much happened. But then there was some real beefs. I mean, Tupac and Biggie was obviously real beef. Yeah. And you know where it would seem like it went down every year? I think they actually canceled it. I think they just stopped doing it at some point because there was so much gun violence. The Source Awards. There would always be some fucking beef at the Source Awards where like somebody would get shot or shot at or something. And didn't they cancel it? They did it for a bunch of years and they just fucking ended up canceling it.
I mean, I guess the magazine is not. Is the Source magazine around?
Couldn't tell you, bro.
Or it's probably a website now, right?
I could not tell you. Yeah, most magazines went to the web, so don't know.
Remember,
so listen, you got my take on the fight from the highlights. You made fun of me. What is your take?
No, I said it. I said I think Logan Paul did better than most people expected. I thought he's going to go in there. He was going to go nuts in the beginning. Floyd was going to do what he does. Mm-hmm. Like, he studied. It's Floyd, he does. Usually first or two rounds, he kind of downloads all his information, and then he starts going to work.
Right.
He tried doing that in third, and he kept grabbing him.
Yep.
He's a lot bigger than him.
Right.
Floyd definitely was super careful to me. I thought
Right.
he was biting on every little feint. He was, he did not want to take a chance of fucking getting hit.
Right.
And he still got hit a couple times, believe it or not.
He did. And McGregor clipped him a couple times. You know the thing that
it's hard not to get hit.
I just
dude.
watched the McGregor thing the other day again, and I didn't realize he did this that much. He did it through the whole fight and got warned for it the entire time, but kept tying him up and then punching him in the back of the head. Remember?
Yeah.
McGregor kept doing that over and over and over.
Rabbit punches.
Rabbit punches to the back of the head. Yeah.
But back to Logan, and I just think Floyd didn't get going like he normally does.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
He
with
got
that.
slowed down by him grabbing him.
Right. There's a lot of weight.
But I
to
guess
hold up.
there's something going around there. I guess in one part of the fight, the 8th fight, Floyd catches him a little bit, nothing crazy, and Logan leans on him.
Pats him in the butt.
No. Pat leans on him and look kind of like he goes like almost limp. It kind of looks like it, and people on the internet are like, "Oh, Floyd held him up. He held him up so he lasted. He would have went down there."
Really?
Da-da-da. Yeah, like and Logan's like, "Dude, come on, get the fuck out of
Isn't
here."
every single fight though? Every fight there's some conspiracy theory that
yeah.
it was a botched fight. It was thrown. I had people texting me all day. What do you think it was thrown? Do you think it was rigged? They
that
did
one,
that.
that one.
They did it with
No.
McGregor fight too.
You can't throw that kind of fight.
Right.
Fuck you, throw that kind of fight.
Yeah.
But and then I seen Mayweather. So I think he was asked. He said he'll never fight professionally ever again, and most likely probably won't ever do an exhibition again.
Well, he's made his money, man. The guy's
Dude,
made his money, bro.
he's
What did he
several
win off
times
this?
over. Dude, I don't know. Well, he said he made $30 million in the lead up
Before,
to it.
before it even happened.
I know. I heard Logan Paul got $20 million now, which is fucking crazy.
Can you
man.
imagine, bro?
Fuck.
$20 million.
It's fucking crazy. Bro.
And I have no hate for those
And
dudes at all. There's so
fuck
many haters and jealous.
No.
That dude talked himself into that fight, trained for it, looked, again, maybe we disagree a little bit, but I thought looked good.
That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a point, like with Jake Paul.
Right.
There's going to be, especially Jake Paul, even
and
though
people tuned in.
Jake Paul
He
still
deserves
hasn't
it.
fought a boxer yet.
Right.
Even though he fought, Ben Askren, who's a fighter.
Right.
But there's going to be a point where he's not a YouTuber anymore. He's a fucking boxer. He's been boxing for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, but,
Right.
pretty, that's all he's doing for the most part.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, they do. What? They have a podcast too, right?
I know, but I'm saying,
Right.
like, you're in the gym every day, for 3 years.
So how does
consecutive.
he get licensed as a boxer? What does he have to do? Obviously,
Just a commission.
has to get licensed to the commission. How hard is that to do? Can he do it now?
He must have already when he fought.
Well, I thought the reason
Ben
is,
Askren.
the reason it's an exhibition fight is because they're not licensed. No, Or is
No,
it
even
because of
amateur
weights?
fights, there's you still have to go through the commission process.
Okay.
Like sometimes I don't know. You still have to go through like a.
So you think there's a
medical
possibility
thing.
he is a licensed boxer now?
He's licensed to box.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He's licensed to box in these commissions wherever he's at.
In the state of the commission.
Whatever, yeah. I think I don't know where they've been.
Gotcha. Now, how do you think his brother's going to do against Woodley?
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was just talking about.
I'm saying, but you talked about it, but you didn't really give your take on how you think he's going to do.
No, I'm saying that's who I was just saying about Jake. Because he's the one that I think is taking boxing more seriously than Logan.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like. And he's been more successful, obviously. He is hard, obviously. He fucking knocks a bunch of people out.
Yeah.
You see him in training knocking people out. So he's got to have some natural power in his hands.
Right.
And he does when he's moving. When he hits pads, he looks a lot better than his brother does to me.
But it's much different this time. Now he's fighting a guy that throws big power too.
Yes, I know,
nothing
but
like Askren. Askren cannot throw a punch. I mean, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really ever in a whole lot of danger fighting him. I mean, Askren, listen, accomplished fighter, no question about it, but not really a boxer, not even close. So we've, had that fight, won, looked good, knocked him out, but now you're fighting Woodley. Woodley throws fucking bombs. You know what I mean? Like, how do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, I mean, I think Woodley could catch him for sure, dude. But I could see Woodley getting tired sometimes, man. He gets a little tired, especially with the height. I hope if Woodley takes this serious and we see him like fucking back in the day,
Right.
he'll clean this dude.
Right.
But I'm not. You can't count this kid out.
Right. No, I agree.
It's a boxing match. If it was MMA, it wouldn't be a discussion.
Wouldn't even be discussion. Totally agree. Yeah, I if I had to pick, and I pick wrong more than I pick right, I really do. If I had to pick, I mean, I'll go with Woodley for sure.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'd pick Woodley. He should win.
Right.
He's the dog. That's what's fucking crazy, bro.
I know, man. Who does these Vegas odds? Who does it?
It's based on betting, isn't it? Isn't it based on betting? Like how the bets come in is how the odds go?
How can it be best?
You
on,
open.
how can
Yeah,
it?
you
How
open.
can it be?
It opens at a certain odds, and then once the bet goes, odds can change.
Right. But he probably was the underdog to open, right?
I think so. That's what I said. He opened.
I mean, so who is the guy?
It's because he's 4 and he lost his last 4 fights.
Right.
But I mean, dude, he's fighting fucking
Usman,
Gilbert Dorino. Who the fuck else he fight? RDA, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about his losses?
Yeah, he fought fucking very good guys.
Who do you think? What do you think his best showing was? Koscheck, Damian Maia. What do you think is?
Probably when he knocked out. I mean, for the belt, right? He fucking knocked out Robbie.
Oh,
Lawler,
Robbie. Yeah,
you know?
true.
That, I mean, he looked good against Maia. Looked good against Stephen Thompson.
I was impressed with Maia because it's complete opposite of his fighting style, and he really trained hard for that, and won that fight, and it's the complete opposite of what he does, really.
Who?
Woodley is not a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. He's not a guy that really fights on his back or fights on the mat, and he had to sprawl that entire fight to keep Maia off him.
Yeah, but he's a wrestler. He sprawls.
Right.
He's definitely a grappler.
Right.
First,
so
really.
Maya was just looking for that opening, and if Woodley opened up with big shots, that's his opening to get in there. And so I thought he had a good game plan going in, to that. I know he said it was the fight he trained hardest for, and
he won that title.
Yeah, right.
Maya's a beast, man.
Maya is a beast.
He's fighting again this weekend, actually, against
The dude is a
Bilal
beast.
Muhammad, who's a beast too.
I think that he doesn't get the respect that he should, and I'll even admit I used to find him a little boring. But when you start really getting into the MMA game and start learning,
he's a killer on the ground,
dude. He's a
dude.
fucking killer.
His takedowns are great.
He's a killer.
He's
I'm definitely a fan.
he's been around he's been around as long as I have.
Bro,
man.
he's fought
And
every
he's
big
fought-
name in the
yeah, he's
business.
fought the
Every
best.
big name in the business, and not
Yeah.
scared to fight anybody. He doesn't care stylistically. He doesn't care the matchup. He's down to fight.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
he usually finds his way in. Against
what about the fights this weekend?
who's up? I lose track, man. Who's up?
Right,
Who's
we
up?
got Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori.
Yeah, who are you picking? Do you see how bad he makes fun of him on social media?
I know.
He
They
rips him.
both go at it.
He compares him
But that
to.
dude, the first fight was close as hell.
It was a good
close
fight.
And dude, I feel like you seen Israel's last fight when he got taken down.
Yeah.
Kind of seen a little bit of a chink in his armor.
Right.
And I think Marvin, he's a big, strong guy. If he get that, they make that happen.
But he was also big. I mean, they're both better than the first time they fought. But he was just as big and strong in the first fight. So.
Yeah, but he's also gotten better striking now too, and all this. I mean, his game's gotten a lot better.
I thought Gaslam.
They both improved.
I thought Gaslam versus Adesanya was
an amazing
a great
fight. Yeah,
a great fight. I mean,
and actually, I just seen Gaslam. He's fighting someone soon. Who
I like him as a fighter.
He just took a.
He's very unassuming. You look at him, you're like, this dude fights, and he's fucking
super nice guy too.
Savage, bro. He's a savage. I love watching him fight.
Who was Paul Acosta? Oh, he's fighting Jared Kinnear. It's a good fight.
Okay, yeah,
Dude's a beast too.
Yeah.
Black guy, Jack.
Yep.
I don't think that's not this weekend though. And then this weekend is the guy Brandon Moreno versus Figueroa.
Figueroa always looks good. Yeah.
Did you see that first? The last fight was a draw.
But
that's why they're fighting again.
But what is it, Moreno?
Yeah.
He was a huge underdog in the first fight. He looked great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Great.
He fucking brought it.
Yeah.
He brought it. And then what else? Oh, and then Nick Diaz and Leon Edwards.
Oh, bro, that's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Nick talks shit about everybody. I don't know. Edwards, the only guy I ever saw him really beef with was Masvidal, and Masvidal pieced him up, but he doesn't really talk shit, does he?
Him up like when he was,
What do you call it? I give him a 2-piece and a Coke, 3-piece and a Coke or something.
3-piece and a soda. Not a pop.
I don't know, man. I like Masvidal, even though Usman took him out. He's still one of my favorite fighters.
He's fun to watch.
He brings it, bro.
This guy Leon is good, dude.
He's good.
He's big.
No
He's
question.
big 70 too.
Yeah, no question.
When he fought Bilal and he poked Bilal in the eye. You remember that?
Yep.
I was like, he's fucking big.
He's a big boy.
Athletic. It's gonna be a tough fight for Nate.
Were you watching it here?
I don't know. I was thinking about going to your backyard.
If actually I'll be around. My sister will probably stay up for it. My dad won't. He'll be in bed. But my dad's an old man now. But I might. As long as the weather cooperates, I'll do it in my backyard. Come over.
Yeah, I was only joking, but I'll come there. So who? Yeah.
So all right. So just rifle them off. Who's your picks?
I don't want to pick.
You don't like that, huh?
No.
Why? Because you're boys with some of them?
Nah.
You just don't like doing it?
Nope.
You ever bet money on
fights?
I never.
I don't think UFC ever. I've done like some other ones, and I fucking lost because someone's like, "Oh, but you definitely bet this guy. He's a fucking dog. He's gonna win."
I pick
so I'm like,
wrong
all right,
more
I did
than
it.
I pick right.
Yeah, well,
I do.
That's why should anybody listen to you?
I know. But I feel like I got just as good odds as you because nobody fucking knows how a fight's going to go for the most part. For the most part. You don't know how it's going to go. Could go fucking anyway. You pick wrong all the time, buddy. Come on, tell the truth.
No, I'll pick these 3 fights.
Okay, so pick them, and I'll tell you if I agree or disagree.
No, I'll pick after.
Okay, yeah. When we first got down here, you were all about shaving your head and picking fights. So
yeah, well,
so you changed, bro. You changed, bro.
I'm
you changed. So, Frank, I came up to see you at UFC Riverdale. It's nice to see that back up and running again. That was that got crushed by COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
Your gym in Riverdale. You did a wrestling seminar up there. We were up there anyway. We popped in, checked you out. You look good, bro. Like
thanks,
not kissing your ass here because you.
My shorts, like my shorts look good.
You're already a little pompous, but the hit, man, you look good, bro. You were fucking shooting on those dudes and shit, and fucking picking them, and I didn't see any. I don't know. I didn't see any hurt in you. I didn't see it. And what are you, 10 weeks out?
Yeah, I'm about 10, 11 weeks out.
How'd you feel?
Yeah, I feel good.
Feels
I
good?
feel really good. Yeah, I'm just taking my time, making sure I don't do nothing stupid. But I'm doing a lot more than I thought I could.
You gonna start campaigning for a fight or talking about it or getting?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna let this heal completely before I start thinking of it. But I'd like to get one before the year's over, probably.
Yeah.
If it's ideal.
Absolutely, man. What do you got left on your contract?
What do you mean? What I got left?
How many fights you got left?
4, maybe.
4.
Yeah.
Let's win the next 4, and let's go out in a blaze of glory, baby. Let's do it. You and me. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch and yell at the TV while you're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, we'll get healthy, get back in there, and
So obviously, I just did a quick walkthrough, but never been to any UFC gym ever. UFC gym, and there's a lot of them now. I see them all over the place. That's a beautiful, beautiful gym, man.
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's nice. Yeah, you went to my one in North Brunswick.
Correct, I did actually. Yeah. For your grand opening. Yeah, I take that back. I did go to one. Yeah, yep. You didn't talk to me though. You were rude, so I left early.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters are there. I saw Edson there.
Yeah.
Wasn't Marlon there?
Edson, Marlon, Henzo.
Henzo, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yep.
Eddie was there.
Was Eddie there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Had them all.
Cool.
Corey was there.
Corey, that's right, yeah.
Nick was there.
Nick, yeah. Fuck, you had the who's who there. You had every East Coast fucking fighter there.
Shit, man.
Sweet. I asked you if you ever bet on fighting. I've never ever with a bookie or, online or anything like that. The only fight ever, Tim Sylvia hit me up, and I told you this, and picked against you with Spencer. And I said, all right, I'll take that. I think it was like $100, but it felt good taking money off him for
I like that.
That's when you were kind of like still. What was Spencer?
It's one of my third fight in the UFC.
Third fight, yeah. You were still kind of proving yourself.
Spencer, I think he even fought for like a title shot at that point or something like that.
So now, what's going on with him? I've seen him a little bit in
I heard he's having some
CTE issues.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's CTE or TBIs.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
You don't know the difference?
No. I have
Traumatic brain injury. And CTI stands for what?
CTE.
CTE stands for what?
I have no idea. It's like cephalic stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Here, let's go.
CTE. What do we got?
Here, let's see this. What does CTE stand for? Oh, this says
cerebral.
This says career and technical education.
Put in CTE brain injury and see what the technical term is for. It's got to be cerebral something.
Not cerebral.
No.
Chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Okay. I wouldn't remember that one.
Telepathy, yeah.
TBI is easier, but you don't know the difference. TBI.
No, CTE? TBI is is an injury, a brain injury.
Yeah, a lot of soldiers obviously get
and that. CTE, I guess I don't know because they can't tell if you have CTE until you're dead.
Oh,
post-mortem is the word.
Who was the football player? They say
Aaron Rodriguez.
No,
Aaron Hernandez.
No, him too.
Junior Seau.
Yes, shot himself in the chest
so
because they say
yep.
he wanted his brain studied.
Yeah,
because he felt like that attributed to his depression. I guess, right? Yeah. Wow.
Or he's just mad vain. Want an open casket? No, it's fucked up.
Fucked up, bro. You're fucked up, bro. Fucked up.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah. If I off myself or whatever, motorcycle wreck or whatever, could you take me up and get a little Botox before I have an open casket?
Yeah,
a little
absolutely.
bit, a little bit. All right.
I'll give you some Viagra too. He's alive.
Why is my wife staring into the casket for the last hour?
She can't see that thing pitching a tent. Fucking barely there. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was cool though. So, all gyms obviously were struggling for a long time with COVID. I know you were talking about the Riverdale Gym struggling and being in a little bit of trouble, but the place was packed when I was there. It looked good.
Yeah, I think people were done.
Gym.
People were ready to get back to normal life.
I don't think I saw a mask in the place when I was there, so that was good to see. You had a really good turnout for the wrestling event.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What's the place right next door we went to eat? I love that place. I was giving a little shout out. I can't remember.
Something blue, aqua or something, right? I don't know.
It is something aqua. I forget it. But anyway.
Aqua or blue, something like that. Not aqua blue.
No, that's here in
I
Tom's
know it's
River.
not here, but it's something blue, right?
Yeah. Regardless, right next to Frankie's Gym. Great place to eat.
What road is that? Route?
Is that 46?
Yeah, 46.
Is it
23?
23. I'm sorry. It is 23.
23.
Yeah. Right off 23. It's a little bit of a ride up there, but worth it. Worth it.
Now that's where, do your ladies up that way?
She's Belleville, yeah.
That's how far from there about?
20 minutes maybe? Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, you weren't far. We were up there anyway. We said, let's shoot over and see the boy.
I thought you were going to bring your wrestling shoes.
I don't know. First of all, I'm not an athlete.
Yo, do you remember drop step?
Yeah.
Could you do one still, you think?
Well, I think the first thing you ever taught of... No, I don't think so.
What do you know?
I don't really remember drop step. Drop
heel toe knee.
Heel toe knee, yes.
Yeah.
Just doing it across the whole floor, down and back 500 times.
Yeah.
Shrimping. I remember shrimping. Shrimp.
Yeah.
I must have shrimped the length of a fucking football field like 900 times.
That's what they call it. That's how we warmed up. He thought we were calling him his name.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call you back in on the lobster boat, right? Shrimp?
Yeah. And then you would have us, obviously fucking jog around the gym a bunch. And then, like, all the little dudes were, like, fucking doing, like cartwheels and shit. I'm like, bro, I'll break something if I do that.
You didn't do a cartwheel?
No. Fuck
never?
I think you got me to try some, but I never,
right.
I never, landed them and looked good doing it. You know what I mean?
Come on,
Big
bro.
guys don't do that shit. Brock Lesnar doesn't come into the ring.
100% Brock Lesnar can do a cartwheel, bro.
He probably can. John Jones always comes in. He's a big dude, but he's skinny, but he always comes in the ring like that.
Fucking Corey Anderson can do cartwheels.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Big Corey.
Big dude.
He's a big dude.
You're big, though. You're fucking big.
What is Corey? 205? What? I don't know what he is.
He's probably 240.
Is he?
Oh,
yeah. Is he? Yeah. Well, then he's just as big as me.
230, maybe.
He's just as big as me, then.
230, I'd say.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
You're 255. I've seen you post on the IG.
Yeah, it fluctuates. That's just water weight when you weigh in. You know what I mean? Like I get you're supposed to. First of all, you're not supposed to weigh yourself every day, and you're supposed to weigh.
I weigh myself 3 times a day.
No, you don't.
I know you're crazy.
You're supposed to weigh yourself in the morning when you first wake up. That's like your most accurate weight, I guess. So probably like in the morning, I'll be 250 right now, something like that.
Why you float 5 pounds overnight?
No, but from the beginning of the
you
morning,
said 255. You're
from the morning until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, definitely you could fluctuate 4 or 5 pounds for sure.
Okay, when you're no. Okay,
I'm sure a pound of it is clothes, but
no. Okay, listen. So you can fluctuate. So you wake up say 250.
Yeah.
So at nighttime you're 255. What are you going to be the next day when you wake up?
I don't know.
You're not going to be fucking 250 again, motherfucker.
Why do they say? Then why does everybody say weigh in the morning?
No, you're right. You are because you're gonna like me. You might because you're a bigger guy. You
right.
probably, it's called floating when you lose weight. That's how wrestlers used to call it, and people call it weight.
Right.
How much you drift or float. It's how much you lose through the night.
Right.
And pretty much me, I lose a pound pretty much through the night.
I'm sweating my ass off right now. I probably lost a pound since I got
but you probably lose. You might lose say 2 pounds, but no way 5, buddy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So,
well,
you're waking up. You're going to bed at 255. You're waking up about 253.
I totally agree with you, and here's why. There's definitely a fluctuation. Maybe not 5 pounds, but you're also weighing in on 2 different scales. I weigh in at my house in the morning, and then I weigh in at the gym scale. They're not going to be exactly accurate, you know.
Correct.
So if I weigh in at 250 in the morning on my scale, and then at 5 o'clock I weigh in on the gym scale and it says 255,
you probably didn't gain 5 pounds.
That scale could be
I got
a pound or 2 off.
Right,
so plus I'm not wearing the exact same clothes. I'm actually probably wearing less clothes at the gym because I'm wearing shorts and like a tank top No, actually, probably wearing just underwear in the morning. So I guess it's about the same. But yeah, but that all plays into it. We're talking about 5 pounds, bro. It's not fucking huge weight. You know what I mean?
5 pounds, bro.
5 pounds, and you factor in the difference in calibrations between the two scales, which be a pound or two. And then you factor in what you're wearing. That's 5 pounds.
You got to contact weights and measures. All right.
I'm just saying, I'd have to be wearing the exact same thing on both.
Just weigh yourself in the fucking morning. That's what you weigh.
Yeah, true, right. But you mentioned the video. That's the scale at the gym.
Yeah. You wear sneakers on a scale?
Mm-mm. I think in that video I did, but 99% of the time I don't because it's got place for your bare feet. You know, it does your body fat and shit too. Yeah. I'm too scared to look at that though.
That's bullshit.
I don't even know what it would be.
Bullshit though.
What is your body fat?
Oh, I don't know idea.
What do you think? Teens?
No, probably 10.
You think you're 10% really? Now?
Yeah, about 10.
Really?
Yeah, about 10.
I think people think their
10,
body
11,
fat.
Maybe? I don't know.
I think people think their body fat is usually a lot less than it is. It's usually higher than people think it is.
Yeah,
I'm probably high 20s, 30s, probably. You know.
Yeah, I'm probably like I'd say maybe 12, 10, 12.
I mean,
when I'm in like when I'm fucking fighting date night, I'll probably be fucking
6, 5.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yep.
Which is crazy. I don't get how you can lose, and then it comes back so fucking quick.
Oh yeah,
it sucks.
Gains go away so fast. They're so hard to get, and they go away so fast.
Yeah,
so fast. Remember the guy we had in here, Phil? He came in with Rory Hamill. I just saw he just did like a show, like a bodybuilding show.
But actually,
not to pick on him because he looked great, but he grew this mustache out, and I'm like, bro, he looked 10 years older than he is. I'm like, bro, you gotta shave that mustache.
You said that to him?
No, I'm busting the ball.
You just did now.
Sorry, Phil. Phil, you look great, bro. You're in the fucking best shape of your life. I know you train like a madman. He does like fucking 20 miles a day on his bike. You look great.
Wow, really? Wow.
Shave that goddamn mustache. Shave it.
You
look older than you are.
Like handlebars?
No, it's just a big, thick mustache. It just makes him look older.
Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck style. You know? Yeah. My mother used to have the biggest crush on Tom Selleck.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that was her.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy, right? Tom Selleck.
I mean, he looks like a big guy. I have no idea what his stats are.
Mr. Baseball, remember that one?
No. Oh, the movie.
When he went to Japan.
He
went to Japan.
Yeah.
That shit's true, bro. Kind of like
Three Men and a Baby.
Where like the shower thing, where like there's a little tiny thing you have to sit on.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah. No, Magnum PI is where my mother fell in love with him. We watched Magnum PI every night. My mother thought he was that was back when everybody had a hairy chest and chicks dug hairy chest. Now chicks dig no body hair.
Yeah, I know.
Remember John Bon Jovi when he used to get up and sing, had the fucking hairy chest, came right up and then like later in life he shaved. Now you see him singing, he's got nothing. Like,
John Bon Jovi, you see him
all those 80 rockers all had hairy chests.
Where do you see John Bon Jovi singing with his shaved chest out?
No,
do you see that or no?
No, but he's in movies now, and he's you know what I mean. So now he kind of transitioned over into movies. I forget what movie he was. Oh, he was in. I don't know that he was shirtless, but he was in. He was in the submarine movie U-57.
U-57.
U-57. He was in that movie. Yeah. Yep.
Would you ever act?
No.
Why not?
Because I get too nervous.
Oh, you're such a bitch, bro. Oh my God.
I would get.
Dude.
In front of a camera at my house, I'm good. You put pressure on me in front of people, I feel like I would try it. I would do the goddamn best. And I usually, generally speaking, just like you say, and I'm not an actor. That's not my forte. But you're a fighter. You say some days you train rounds and you feel like, fuck, I look like shit. And then you watch it on tape. It's typically what happens with me. I always feel like I suck, and then I watch it. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't that bad. You know, it's pretty good.
So there you go.
Yeah, but would I act? No, I don't have retention for remembering lines. I mean, I
don't think that matters though. I remember when I did that. Again, I didn't really do much acting, but I did that commercial and I did the kickboxer movie.
Yeah.
And I remembered every fucking line because they told me to remember it. So
right.
I fucking had. It was short.
Okay.
No, short. Yeah, not nothing crazy.
Right.
But dude, I've never done anything. You know what I mean? I have fucking lines in a movie, and we're filming in between a fight scene, like in between a real fight going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fucking wild. I had to put a suit on before I went and fucking cornered Marlon. It was wild.
So okay, how about you?
All right. So listen. So I did this. And I remembered all the lines on what Henzo. Henzo didn't remember nothing. I don't think he even looked at the fucking script. But they had cue cards right there for us the whole time. You know, like right in the direction we're looking at, there's cue cards. So it's kind of easy.
Yeah. So would you do it?
Would I do it?
If somebody offered you.
If someone offered me, yeah. I'm not. I wouldn't go and seek it out.
Right,
I'm not going to go seek it. I'm not saying. I'm not even asking you that. But yeah, I would try. If
Listen,
someone gave me an
because
apartment,
I'm
I would
a dad
try.
of 2 kids. You know, I look at every opportunity to make money now much differently than I did before I had kids. Because I have 2 kids, if somebody offered me something and it was a well-paying gig, would I not go attempt it? I would absolutely, because I have children. I'm,
Would you swallow though?
You fucking, what an idiot. Everything is fucking sexual to this guy.
Oh, man. I'm just saying. I was wondering how far you to go.
Kevin I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Interdurando.
Interdado. I don't know.
He seems like just a regular dude like us, and he's a great actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seems like an average Joe, kind of like we are, and fucking he's a great actor. So
Yeah. No, I would give it a try.
if it paid money, especially decent money, I would absolutely do it for my family. I would do it, even if it terrified me. I would do it. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? And I think part of life and part of living your life to the fullest is conquering fears that you have. Right? I really believe that.
I think you should do shit that scares you.
Yeah,
Getting that nervousness is
right.
You're alive.
So tomorrow, you busy? Let's go out on I-95 with the motorcycles.
No.
take a little rip. You want to?
No.
We'll get a dump truck on either
That
side.
does scare me.
We'll get a dump truck on either side of you. You take the middle lane, and we'll cruise for about 10 miles at about 85 miles an hour, right between 2 dump trucks. You down?
No. Hell no.
Are you going to bust that bike out this summer at all?
Yeah, I will. I tried kicking it over when
Kicking it over? It's not a kickstart.
You know what I mean? I tried turning it on and fucking wouldn't start.
Yeah, well, it's because you never ride it and you're fucking lazy. You won't hook a battery tender up to it. Hook a battery tender
I'm like,
up to it.
after my parents' house fucking burnt down, I'm so nervous with a battery tender, bro.
Tell the story about that, because I heard that it wasn't a battery tender. This is what I heard. Obviously, I'm wrong. If it was a battery tender, I heard it was a plug-in quad, four-wheeler. That's what it was?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a battery tender. Yeah, it's a little bit different. But
How's it different? Explain.
Because those need to be charged every day. You only hook a battery up to a motorcycle, which is a bigger battery, 12-volt battery. You only hook that up if it's going to sit for a long period of time. You know, like a motorcycle battery doesn't need to be charged every day. If it's going to sit for months, then you hook a battery tender up. Like if you have one of those little kid quads.
No, not a kid quad. It was a regular quad.
Like a little plastic fucking electric.
This was like
one,
a quad we would ride.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you're right. You're absolutely right. I thought it was one of those little plastic ones that you literally got to plug in after 2 hours.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what the fire inspectors. So you're right. Then it's exactly the same. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Wow.
scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Well, I agree. Yeah. Didn't know that. So you think it was the tender or
the battery?
The
I think it was the battery.
The battery.
Did I remember? I was gonna take his quad. It was Vinny's quad. My brother-in-law's. It was at my dad's. My dad has a detached garage in the house.
Yeah.
It was in there, and I'm in there. I'm trying to kick it. It won't start. My dad pulls up. He's like, you want to put this on? You want to put the battery tender on? I'm like, nah. I'm like, forget it. Don't worry about it.
Use the alligator clips? Like
No, I don't know. He asked me if I want to put the battery tender on. I'm like, no. I'm like, don't worry about it. Screw it. I'm good. I left, and then that was like a month later. Fucking went on fire.
Wow. So detached garage caught on fire,
and
then jumped to the house.
Jumped to the house
in the middle of the night where your parents were sleeping.
No, it was like during the day.
Really? Nobody saw it.
Not during the day. It was like winter, so I guess it was a little bit dark.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how the hell they found out. Someone knocked on their door, I think. Someone knocked on her door.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't even know.
That was a beautiful house, dude.
Yeah,
I love the basement.
He built that. He built that whole house.
I know. I went to a couple parties there.
Yeah.
Something you had in the backyard. I don't know. Must have been for one of the kids years ago, but it was a beautiful house.
Yeah. He was sad that day.
Yeah. Well, it had to be a day where I remember your post. Absolutely gutted. It said.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, man, when your childhood home burns out. Probably lost a lot of memorabilia, a lot of photos.
No, they actually did okay.
Oh, they got a lot of that out?
A lot of that stuff.
Oh, wow.
They did okay with that. Some stuff. I got baseball cards. Smell like smoke still.
Really?
Yeah.
Baseball cards, they say, are worth like a mint now.
Dude, I know.
Worth like a lot of money.
I got a bunch.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. They're my kids.
They down in value because they smell like smoke, or no?
Probably. Not the good kind either.
So you've been driving the new car around, right? The RX-6 for what, about a week now?
RS5.
Oh, it's 5?
Yeah, 5 RS5.
Been driving around for about a week now.
They don't have RS6 anymore. They have only the RS6 in a station wagon.
Well, that would
the Avant.
That would be a better car for you. It's probably a scream machine, though, even being a station wagon.
I mean, I don't know.
Same motor as your car?
I don't have no idea.
Oh. So anyway, I've been driving around for a week, right?
Yeah.
Now you got a better feel for it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Like it?
I like it a lot.
Better than the caddy?
Yeah, it's newer. It's got newer things,
Yeah,
newer. Like the whole
all the bells
entertainment
and
system's better.
Yeah.
I actually think you can press park and assist when I buy a curb. It tells it gives you the overhead. There's cameras all around the car. It's pretty dope.
Shit, that's awesome.
And it could go. It's got some giddy up. I think I'm gonna put a little tune on it though.
A little tune?
Yeah. Oh, I'll wait till you get a little.
Because it doesn't need anything, right? You can just literally take it to a tune shop and they can reprogram.
I don't know. I'm gonna see. We'll see what we can do.
Does that void your warranty?
Probably could do. Yeah. Well,
It does, right?
we don't tell them.
Well, no, but I hear now what they do. You're gonna laugh but that's where we get most of our information. Saw it on TikTok.
TikTok.
It was a mechanic at Subaru that said, "You guys think that you buy a new WRX and you work it all out. You fucking put intakes and exhaust. You flash the drive on it, whatever, and then it breaks, and then you fucking put everything stock back on it. You bring it back in. You think you fool us? No. They can see everything on the computer. They can see every." How hard you brake, how hard you accelerate.
Oh, wow.
They can see everything. So
They were like, fuck it, this is cold trickle in this motherfucker here.
They say that it voids your warranty if you did it and even they can tell that you had shit.
Do you know who Cold Trickle is?
Yeah, Cold Trickle was the movie. Fucking Tom. I want to say Tom Brady. Fucking Tom.
What? You don't know?
Yes. Fuck. What's his name? Fucking.
What? Come on.
Top Gun. What the fuck? Why can't I
You don't know his name?
No. What is it?
What's a carnival? Carnival what?
Tom Cruise. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I could picture him, but he hasn't. Have you seen him around lately? I mean, that guy was in every fucking movie that ever came out. I haven't seen him in anything.
Got another Mission Impossible or some shit.
Does he?
Right, probably.
Where you going, pee?
I'm gonna go get another little seltzer.
If there's another one in there, buddy, grab it for me. So, my day today, Frank, here's what I did today. I took the day off. Told you thank you, sir. This episode brought to you by Corona Seltzer. Took the day off from work. My aunt was, you gonna leave
new flavors, by the way.
You gonna leave the refrigerator door open, pal? Drove down from Maine.
Your sister, you said?
No, my aunt.
Your aunt, yeah.
My grandmother passed.
Yeah, you're saying.
During the COVID pandemic. It's kind of a sad story, right? My grandmother was, I'm going to get this wrong, 98. She was 98. My grandfather passed away. My grandfather served in the Navy. He's buried in the William Doyle Veteran Cemetery out in, it's like by New Egypt. Anyway, but he passed 20 years ago. My grandmother always lived here, lived in Manchester, lived in Leisure Village. I was always like the closest relative, so I always helped. She always came to my house for holidays, and sweet little tiny little lady, sweet grandmother. But anyway, she lived on her own for 20 years. Drove up until I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. I sold her car because she was just running into curbs and shit, and she was losing her eyesight. She had cataracts real bad.
How old?
98 when she passed.
Wow. Oh wow.
Lived a very long, very very good life. But after he died, she didn't want to leave Jersey. My mother was here at the time when my grandfather passed. She had an opportunity to go to Florida down with my mother. My mother would have found her like a retiree, like assisted living program. She could have gone up by my uncle, upstate New York. She could have gone by my aunt in Maine. They were all willing to, make it work and, get her in like an assisted living program or whatever. Although she was very independent, just couldn't drive like the last, 8-9 years or something of her life. So she needed somebody to come in, like a cleaning lady, and then someone to take her to the store and stuff, which, my aunt, my mom, and my uncle all did for her. They got her those services. But in the last couple years, she relocated up by Wayne because one of her friends moved into an assisted living, nice place up there, but she didn't like it. So she was kind of like a little unhappy last few years and really, really wanted to just be closer to family. So my aunt, during COVID, which is like, nursing homes in New Jersey were like fucking off limits. You couldn't even go see anybody. Made all this work, put all this together. I shouldn't say my aunt, my uncle and my aunt really kind of put this all together. And she was going to go out. My aunt got her into an assisted living program up in Maine. And, there was some protocol and some criteria to moving her out and getting her up there because of COVID, because it was right in the middle of this COVID thing. So anyway, they came down and got her. Pretty much the whole family was there. We took her, before she left, we took her to a diner. I took my kids. I met them up there. We were all there. And she headed up to Maine. and 98, had always had really good health, got to Maine, the place she went into in Maine, and I'm not faulting them in any way, it was just protocol. They made her quarantine for 2 weeks when they got there. Couldn't see family. It's crazy because, packed her up down here, drove up there with her in a U-Haul truck, all with her the whole time, gets up there, and she developed started failing when she got there. It was like pneumonia, so was perfectly healthy on the way up. A couple days into her quarantine, started failing. She made it 3 weeks in Maine in her new place and died. Right? Like, how sad is that? 98 down here, moves to Maine to be closer to her family, makes it 3 weeks. Nobody can even go see her because of quarantine, and then she gets so sick nobody can see her. Really didn't see anybody for the last 3 weeks of her life. Long story short, that was back over the winter, right? So, her wishes were to be cremated, so my aunt had her ashes, and this is the first time she had the availability to come to New Jersey, so we laid her ashes next to my grandfather's today at the William Doyle Cemetery out in New Egypt, and so just kind of,
that's cool.
Yeah. So
nice little thing to do.
Yep. Yeah.
My grandmother, same thing. She passed in 2020 actually, at 99 years old.
Damn.
And she lived alone until she was pretty much 98. I mean, my grandfather died. She was probably 80 when he died or something like that.
Yeah.
80, whatever, in her 80s, and then lived alone until she was 98. We got her in like an assisted living place. She was loving it. I would visit her and she'd be like, not even talking to me, like doing art with her friends and shit. She was definitely digging it. And then fucking this COVID happens and she gets locked in a room. And then you can tell she just fucking started going backwards right away.
Wow.
We went and visited her. She'd be like, come in. What are you doing? Come in. I'm like, Grant, we can't come in.
So wasn't COVID that got her? It was
no.
It was depression, really, kind of.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think so. But she died of old age.
Right. Right.
Happened kind of sudden too.
Yeah.
Wasn't like we knew it. Kind of.
I remember when I was younger.
But we got to go and see her. Actually, we got to hang out in the room with her and stuff.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good. We all got to see her right before, which was good because the whole family was there. We have a great family picture with like all of us in it and stuff, which was great. But literally, her desire was to go to Maine, be closer to family, and never got to enjoy a single day of it.
Right.
And like the last week, she was pretty much in a coma anyway. So
this whole thing is fucking
crazy. But she didn't have corona. Didn't get corona. But I remember being a younger man. And I think this is.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
you remember
in the 20s, and probably in my teens or whatever. And I remember saying to my dad, because you just kind of had this view on older people, and I just remember saying, I don't want to live to be like really old. Like I just will not have a quality of life or not. And I remember my dad saying, Roger, you know who wants to live to be 100? And I said, I don't know who. A 99-year-old. As you get older, you just want to live longer. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I wonder. Depends.
It's quality of life. That's what it is. If you have quality of life,
it's quality of life. It's quality of life. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
If you have it at 98 years old, I want to live to be 110.
Yeah.
But if at 98 I literally shitting on myself and can't get out of bed, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I don't think that will change. Maybe it will when I'm, shitting on myself.
You're gonna want to see your kids and their kids and all that stuff. I
right. But if you're so out of it, and I remember taking care of my grandfather on the other side. My grandfather was such a proud man. I'm almost embarrassed for him to tell this story, but I won't get into like graphic detail. But he was a man of few words. My dad's dad, my grandfather, I was pretty tight with him, and towards the end, he was on hospice care at the house. That's kind of what they do, when they know you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And they always had a nurse 24 hours around the clock. Well, at the very end, he did, but in the beginning, and this went on for probably a month or two. We would take turns, all the grandkids and the parents would take turns staying there with my grandmother and help him out. And just to see this proud man curled up in a little fetal position in a little hospice bed in the middle of his living room, it hurt me for him. It hurt me. I remember just being like, this has got to be so naked, got a catheter in to pee and... I just remember thinking that is so dehumanizing for someone with that much pride and that much integrity, served overseas in the Pacific during World War II. And, I just remember really feeling, and I was a teenager at the time, just being like gutted for him that he had to go through that, go out like that in the end,
And that was the same situation my old man was in a couple of years ago, literally in his house, just at hospice. And
Cancer, right?
Yeah, and it happened very quick. I remember he died the day after it was Easter. April 1st was Easter, and he died April 2nd.
Wow.
Yeah, and he found out he had cancer. I remember Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah.
What kind of cancer?
Esophagus cancer.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Did you get to spend some time with him at the end?
I did, yeah. When I knew it was there, I was driving down every day, 2 weeks straight, just every day, driving down to Delaware or Maryland actually, and that's when I had the second Cub Swanson fight. So I would train in the morning, leave there, go hang out, come back, train again, and then
it's sad,
that was
man.
tough.
It's tough to see.
Yeah, it sucked.
Remember the last time I saw him, your biological dad, was at what's the name of the restaurant that used to be right next to Karma? You guys had something there. I think it was maybe a baby shower.
Probably my daughter's christening.
Or christening.
Like
that's probably what it was. And he was there, and I remember talking to him for a little bit. Very, very nice guy. I remember, seeing the resemblance, obviously, between you two, and nice guy. And at that point, he had quit drinking, and he was.
Yeah, for the most part, he didn't do it much.
I didn't think he was drinking there anyway, and he looked pretty healthy.
No, he was. He used to work out and stuff, but he smoked since he was fucking 12 years old. 12 to 50 is tough.
Right.
He stopped for 10
the damage
years.
is kind of done, right?
Yeah. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And then I found out I told you upstairs that his wife, my stepmother, just passed. Fucking crazy.
I know. Of cancer too.
Of cancer also. Different kind of cancer.
Smoking or no?
No, I don't think she smoked. No.
Wow.
But yeah, the life is precious and could be taken from us at any minute.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I guess there's kind of two ways to look at it. How you go through life. You see some of these people. Not that it happens. If you did odds, people that live a healthier lifestyle, obviously. Odds wise are going to live longer, but sometimes people live super healthy lives.
You never know,
and die as some weirdest, have a stroke on a beach or something running. It's the weirdest shit. And then there's the other school of thought, fuck it, YOLO. I'm gonna just fucking live my life, do whatever I want,
I think you gotta find that
blow some yayo and fuck.
I think you gotta find the happy medium.
Right, I think so too. Yeah, I think you got to be somewhere.
You gotta live a little.
That's how I want to live my life.
Yeah,
I try to be healthy, but I want to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy.
Have fun.
You gotta enjoy life's treats or treasures or
indulge a little.
Yeah, you got. I mean, dude, come on.
Everything in moderation.
Food's fucking amazing, right?
Right.
Look, have a drink here and there. Ain't so fucking bad. Only Tuesday, that's all. Only on Tuesday nights.
You really only drink here. I don't ever see you drinking anywhere else.
Only on Tuesdays.
And what is it? What do we have? 2 drinks?
Tuesdays, then Fridays for dinner, Saturday for fucking fights, and then Sunday for
You guys came over to my backyard. Had some friends over for the birthday or whatever. I think you had a few drinks. Yeah. Renee has not had a drink in how many years?
Quite a while. Couple years, I'd say. But honestly, she's probably had in the last 5 years, probably had 10 drinks.
Right. My girlfriend is a drink pusher. She just wants to make sure everybody's fed and drinks. And I remember her saying to Renee 3 times, "Can I make you something? What can I make you? Are you sure you don't want something?" Renee's like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." But she also thinks it plays into her. It doesn't help her with her lines, right? Yeah. It's probably something there. It's probably.
I guess it's really not. Alcohol probably is one of the worst things for you. Yep. It really is. Yeah. Compared to other shit.
I agree, man. Listen, I used to be.
It's fucking poison.
I think you're a product of your environment. I think my dad's very old school. I don't think he would say that now, but I remember even in high school, my dad's weed's bad, weed's fucking. I have a total different way of thinking, thought process on things like psychedelics now, on marijuana now.
You should.
I think they're way more helpful than they are.
I enlightened you.
Probably, you are an incredible,
influence
on my way.
You hang out with Roger.
But you send me articles on it, and then I come across some of them on my own, especially psychedelics, mushrooms, and things that open your. Am I saying that right? Your pineal gland, right?
Penile.
Isn't it pineal gland?
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
Your third eye?
Your third eye, correct.
Right.
Not this third eye.
Anything that can then open that and give you a different perspective, I think is, and it's proven. Yeah, now they're finding scientific data on it that
pineal.
Pineal. Okay,
Yeah,
I said it
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Pineal. All right, pineal. Okay, close enough. Hey, listen, I was in the ballpark. But there's actual scientific data on it now that like
For sure.
a micro dose of I don't want to say mushrooms. What's the active ingredient in mushrooms? Psilocybin. A microdose of that can literally have the same lasting effects up to a month, I think they said, of heavy doses of antidepressant.
I took
medicine.
a 0.8 the other day.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
It's old. They're old, so I don't know if they lose potency. I've heard that, and some people say no, some people say yes.
Right.
And they still got some color to them, so I took a 0.8, which is kind of a microdose, but a little bit more than a microdose.
For people that don't know, you would know better than me. What is a microdose?
I think I'm at 0.5 is
Okay.
a microdose. 0.8 is a little bit more, I guess.
Okay.
I guess depending on the mushroom. Again, I'm not a fucking. I barely do it as well, but I have done it, and I do enjoy it. I did a 0.8, and I was down here, and like I didn't go crazy. You see, it's everything is just much more vivid.
I would love to do a podcast with you. Me not on it, you on it, and then maybe next time vice versa, because I would just love to see what comes out of your mouth, because it really just expands your brain, right? You view things totally
but I don't know
different.
If I could fucking do a podcast.
You don't think so? No,
I don't know. Maybe.
You don't think Rogan's ever done a podcast on?
Yes,
fucking
I know.
shrooms?
I think
he definitely has.
Him and Post Malone, the last time they were on, they ate mushrooms and drank like fucking 10 beers.
Totally believe it. Yeah. And was it a good interview? I didn't see it. Was it good?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think maybe they're a little bit more. I don't know how much mushrooms they ate, but maybe it's a little more experienced than I am.
Yeah.
I might be fucking stuttering over here. Yeah.
When the mic's not on, though, you're the smartest guy in the room.
When the mic's not on?
You probably, when you're sitting down here and you're not on it, you're
with
probably
mushrooms?
I had the greatest ideas I've ever had.
No, I don't know. It messes with you, It depends. Like a microdose is different. Like when I did the microdose, I came upstairs. I'm hanging out with my kids on the couch.
Right.
I'm chilling. But like I said, everything was much more vivid. I'm staring at my wife's purse.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's fucking stupid. I'm not that banged up, but I'm staring at the purse. I'm like, holy shit, that's the little dots on it. I'm like, those are fucking purple. Yeah. I never knew. She had this purse for fucking years. I'm like, those dots are purple. Like you pay it, like it turns you into a kid again, dude. That's what I feel like. Because when you're a kid, you're seeing shit for the first time. You're like, oh my, you're taking everything in. It almost makes me like, dude. Even like I said, a microdose 0.8. Like I was like, holy, I was focusing on shit that I don't pay attention to.
That's what I noticed. I've only done mushrooms once in my entire life. Last summer, knew nothing about it, but was with people who knew. Jesse obviously knows a fair amount about it, and other people who have done it before. Probably not the best setting for it because we were kind of like in a backyard, on the bay, and there was older people there that weren't doing it. Some older people that were. It was a very mixed crowd. So probably wasn't the best environment, but only time I've ever
older than you. Were these people fucking?
Yeah.
Were these people
older
dead?
than me. So anyway. Only time I've ever done it in my life, and I really want to enjoy the experience because, we've talked about it. The way I'm programmed and the way I fucking need that shit in my life, just to de-stress. And so I did it, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I did 3 ounces. Does that make sense?
No, definitely not.
No way? Okay.
3 grams.
3 grams, I'm sorry. 3 grams.
Which, I mean, that's a good amount.
3 grams, I'm sorry.
That's it's a very good amount.
So I did 3 grams, and definitely did not hit me. Like there wasn't like a fucking boom moment.
3 ounces.
3. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, bro.
It's like fucking. Jeez.
How many grams in an ounce?
28 grams an ounce.
I would be dead. I would be dead.
No, I don't. I think that the LDL.
When I held it in my hand, I was like, "That's a lot."
Like LDL. I think that they call it. I think that's they call it LDL. Is like how much of it would take you to OD on. Yeah. I bet you the LDL is fucking
2 pounds.
More probably. I don't know, something crazy. Yeah.
But how fucked up you'd get, you probably wouldn't be right for a week. But anyway, it was no like boom moment where it hit me. It was kind of like a slow, gradual build.
Yes, it is.
And I just remember, exactly like you said, my eyesight and my perspective totally changed. Yeah. Like things,
clearer,
the sky,
right?
Bro, the sky was,
amazing.
I've never in my life seen a sky like that, ever.
Exactly.
Ever in my life.
And
it was
and you weren't in Maine. You weren't in Maine.
I felt like it was like a panoramic view the whole time,
Dude.
And then I can remember, but thinking to myself, bro, you're normal. Like you're not slurring. You're not.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
I know it doesn't affect you like that. But again, it was a first time I ever did it. I didn't know what to expect. I remember having normal conversation, but feeling a little different, and then just the visuals being different. Like, no, I didn't see anything that wasn't there. I didn't see. But I remember talking to a girl, and I think I talked about this on here. Talking to one of Danielle's friends. in this, in her backyard in Lavalette, and she was talking to me, and I just remember like looking at, normally you look at someone's face, you kind of look at their lips while they're talking, and I just remember my eyes going up to her forehead, and I remember going, that's the biggest fucking forehead I've ever seen in my life. I've fucking never seen a bigger forehead than that in my life. And she probably doesn't even have a big forehead, but I couldn't stop. Her forehead looked like it was a foot long, bro. And I just kept staring at it, and she's talking to me.
But that's because you're tripping.
And I'm like, oh my God, her fucking forehead is humongous.
Do you know this girl now?
No.
You remember this girl?
First and only time I've ever met
Okay.
her. Yeah, I've never seen her since, and I've never seen her before. But yeah, I just remember that.
I
And then
want to know if she got a big forehead.
Jesse, who takes it very serious, he's very into grounding himself and earthy and fucking all this stuff, got me away from the crowd. He's like, you need to come with me. You're going to have a different experience with me. And it was like right in the middle, right in the height of it.
Did he give you an ecstasy hug?
So we walked the beach. He's like, we got to go to the beach. And you have to be barefoot. You have to ground yourself. And I did it. And I don't remember the experience being any different, to be honest. I just remember things being.
What the fuck? I wonder what else we could have got you to do.
I don't know. And so we walked the beach, I swear, for like a mile, and then a mile back. And, he's like, he kept saying, how you feeling? How you feeling? I was like, I wanted to say exactly the same like I did in the backyard, but. I don't know if I needed to do more or if I did the right amount, and that's what's to be expected. I don't know, but I'm definitely in to do it again sometime.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Sure.
We'll have to try to.
I don't know if I want to do it around that many people. I think we should sit in your backyard. Smaller setting. Sit in your backyard around a fucking fire pit.
Yeah.
And do some and just ham it up.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, for sure.
The weather's perfect for it now too.
Now, yeah, the weather's getting great now. Last 3 days have been above 90 degrees.
Dude, it's been hot as hell.
Oh, bro. So did I tell you this? I thought after we left the cemetery, everybody was a little hungry, but I had dropped my bike off at Tronics. Shout out to Tronics, both Tronics actually. My buddy Vinny in South Toms River and my buddy Vic down in Barnegat. Both deal with them a lot. Both they always hook me up and do great work. But anyway, I bought a back rack for my Harley. It's like detachable, attachable. But it's just a more comfortable backrest for the girl, because I just kind of had like a sissy bar on there, and it's a little more supportive. You can rest your arms on it. It's got a trunk lid or whatever. I bought it, and it required some drilling and shit like that. Shit, I was like, most of my tools are up in Maine now anyway, so I was like, I don't even want to fuck with it. So I hit up Vinny. He's like, yeah, bring it down, bro. We'll get it done. No instructions came with it, so they called me a few times about. Anyway, long story short, they got it done. They're like, we close at 6. So on the way back from the cemetery, I said, can we grab my bike because rain is coming? I know rain is coming. Can we grab it and then we'll get something to eat afterwards? So Danielle's like, actually, Water's Edge is right by Vinny's shop. You just ride your bike right around the corner to Water's Edge. We'll stop there and get something to eat, and then we'll just go home. You drop your bike off. And I was like, okay, cool. That works. So we're eating, and I see these black clouds like rolling in. They're coming from the west, and they're rolling in. And I said they're starting to like close up the umbrellas over everybody's head, move people inside. I was like, we got enough time. The waitress said the rain's going to hit at like 5. It's like 4:20. So I'm like, we got 40 minutes. We can get this done. And I'll get ahead of the rain.
If your waitress is a fucking meteorologist,
yeah, well, I'm sure they got to move everybody inside, and they got to kind of predict when they got to do that. So they were probably kind of watching the weather. So long story short, I felt like a raindrop or two. So I said, I'd already eaten. I was like, all right, listen, guys, I'm going to get ahead of you. Danielle, just meet me and pick me up. I keep my bike at my buddy's house because he got a garage right down the street from my house. I was like, you guys hang out, no big deal, but I'm going to beat this rain. Got on the bike, and it wasn't raining yet. Like a drop or two was coming down. I left Water Street, got up to the next street where you make a right. As soon as I made the right, bro, the fucking skies opened up like I've never seen it rain this hard in my life. And I just bought a shorty helmet. Never owned a shorty helmet in my life. Like the Germans,
What's a shorty helmet?
Like the little brain bucket ones, you know what I mean? Okay. That all the Harley guys wear. I never owned one in my entire life, but I just bought one because I get so hot riding with a full face on like a 90-degree day. Probably won't wear it all the time, but, because it's probably not even close to as safe as a full face. But I bought one, and I had it. I could fit it in the side bag of my thing. So for purposes of getting the trunk done and just picking it up, I just put it in my side thing. So when I got there, I took it off, threw it on. Bro, it rained so hard, I thought I was going to rear end the car in front of me because I couldn't see. It was like pelting me. It felt like hail hitting me in the eyes. So I pull over, and now it's just torrential. Never seen it rain this hard in my life, right? And I'm sitting on Water Street, just getting dumped on. Now I don't know what to do. I'm like, fuck, do I try to make it? I got like 3-4 miles to go. Do I just sit here? I don't know. They're going to be coming behind me at some point, you know. So I'm like, oh, I got sunglasses in my side saddle. I put the sunglasses on, which helped a little bit. Sunglasses allowed me to see up to about 20 miles an hour, and then it just pelting. It felt like I was getting hit in the face with hail. I couldn't even see. I really thought I was going to rear end somebody. It was coming down that hard. Well, long story short, I got it to Sean's. They picked me up or whatever, but torrential downpour. Do not ride a motorcycle in the fucking rain with a shorty helmet ever. You'll die.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. So
I got a shorty helmet then, right?
I don't think you do.
Well, it's like a thing that just goes on top.
You do?
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah.
So you don't wear that when we ride, do you?
Yeah,
You always,
that's what I wore.
you did? I thought you always wore full face. All right, maybe not.
No, I'm a man's
Yeah,
man.
they call them brain
Man's
buckets.
man.
Most of them aren't even
No.
DOT approved. But
No, I know. Mine is.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is.
Yeah.
It's probably good to have that.
Well, it's just got more padding and more shit in it, you know. And
Does
it's,
it really matter?
I don't.
Any helmet?
Does it
any helmet
matter
really
at 20
matter?
miles an hour? Sure, matters. Does
20,
it
yeah.
matter at 80? Nope.
No, right?
Nope.
Not at all.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't. Maybe your face looks a little better for the open casket, but that's about it. Yeah, so I don't know.
That's fucked up.
First, I've ridden in rainstorms before a bunch of times. I've gotten caught in the rain, but always with a full face. There's a huge difference between
hell
riding
yeah,
with a full
dude.
face
I
and
bet.
riding with a shorty helmet. A huge difference. So yeah, that was my day today. Cemetery, getting stuck in a rainstorm and almost dying. Literally going down 37. I could not tell how close. I could see red. I could just see red, but I didn't know if I was 20 feet from it or fucking half a mile from it.
Why didn't you get off 37?
Because you come up Water Street and it joins right into
you should have
37.
went and then took like the back roads.
I guess I could have, yeah, but I just wanted to get there. So yeah, that was today. And then I get home, and all I wanted to do was take a shower because I'm soaked head to toe. I was like, let me just take a shower. Power's out at my house. Power was out from about, I don't know what time we got home. We probably got home at like maybe a little after 5 till I got here. Power was still out.
Power out. Do you still have hot water? For a little
No.
bit, not really long, right?
No,
You
yeah,
still put whatever's in the tank.
No, because you have a storage tank. I don't have a storage tank. So in a storage tank, if you use it pretty quickly, it's you could have 100-gallon storage tank. So you might have 100 gallons in it. If you use
you have
I have an Instahot.
it's hot. Yeah.
Installed by Frank Edgar.
Yeah.
Your dad put my Instahot in.
Oh,
yeah.
niece,
Yeah.
niece, Frank and niece. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That was stupid. Yeah, that was kind of dumb. Anyway, long story short, your dad put it in. Actually, I think Brian probably technically put it in. Technically, your dad sold it to me or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, those come in handy, except less when your power's out.
It just saves you money. Is really
You
all
got
it
to generate.
does.
Yeah. It's high efficient.
I don't. I thought about putting one in.
Well,
You
it
got
was
one?
here. We bought the house that had it.
First house you ever had with one?
No, our last house had it too.
So when you guys got hit by that hurricane, was your power out here?
What, Sandy?
No, the
What
one that
hurricane?
blew your fucking windows out and shit was flying through your windows and shit?
Yeah.
Was the power out and that generator kicked right on
Yep.
and powered the whole house?
Everything's
That's
on it.
awesome.
And like my last house, we had a lot of stuff on it, but not everything because we did it. Whoever did this, fucking everything's on it.
That's cool, man. You don't realize what a lifesaver that is.
Crazy.
If the power goes out for an hour, it's not a big deal, bro. It's not a big
No,
deal.
no.
Everybody deals with it. 2 hours, not a big deal. When the power's out for more than like an 8-hour fucking strip, then everybody's dying for a generator.
Yeah. Remember Sandy? Shit, our shit was out for over a week.
Yeah.
I was one of the last streets in Tom's River to get it back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. We had one when I was in high school. We had an ice storm in Maine. I don't know what year it would have been. Maybe like 96.
That the blizzard of '96.
Might have been that.
Yeah.
But it was an ice storm in Maine in my little area that I was in. And what happened? Well, all the damage came because the trees got so saturated with water, and then it came off really cold and freezing rain. So all the limbs snapped and just fucking took every power line down around. Black's Woods Road, which is Route 182, was literally shut down for months because it's so heavily wooded.
Yeah, they couldn't get
to it. There was just so many trees down. But the power was out, I think, like for almost 2 weeks. And my dad put a generator in at the time. So
During that time?
Because of it, yeah. Put a propane power.
Propane.
Yeah, power generator in. But I remember...
what's for Sandy? I went and got my dad's fucking one. They had to keep pouring gas in.
Yeah.
We had the refrigerator and the TV on it.
Yeah, the two most important things, right? Yeah. You don't realize how connected...
Well, we didn't have, we didn't have heat or anything, and it got cold. Remember it snowed right after Sandy?
Yep.
And we all slept in the same... during Sandy, I made everybody sleep in our living room because there was no trees right there, so We did 2 boys. They were young.
Yeah.
And then
What do you mean, no? Because you were afraid of a tree
falling on one of the rooms, you know. So I figured like this was the best spot in the house, you know. So we all slept there in the pull-out couch.
That's the house
in Roundtree.
Roundtree. Yeah.
Off. Yeah. Then I just gave everybody my address. I don't live there no more.
First of all, you didn't give your whole address. You just said the name of the street. There's a lot of houses on that street, but you don't live there anyway. So.
You know how like you do your porn name is like your middle name and your street address.
Is it?
Yeah, James Roundtree. That's a fucking great Roundtree.
I would be William Lloyd.
Well, that's kind of a. But James, but now James Goose Creek. That's stupid. Yeah. But I was James Burntwood. That's fucking great. Burntwood.
That's the best one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think mine's that great. William Lloyd, but I guess not horrible. What would you be?
William Fisher.
William Fisher. Yeah, not bad.
It's fucking noble name.
Did I tell the story when you were talking about getting hacked and all the shit that happened to you and fucking? Did I tell the story about the stupidest thing I ever did in my life? I did it to myself. Screwed myself. I've never been hacked ever. I've never had anybody try to use my my information to like open fake accounts or credit lines or whatever. I went for, I don't know why I did this or what possibly inspired me to do this. Stupidity, I guess. But I've been with the union for 23 years, with my company for 23 years. And in 23 years, I couldn't even tell you the number of drug tests that I've taken. Randoms and, yearlies and all that thing. Well, they sent me for a random. This is, I don't know, fucking probably last fall or something. They sent me for a random, which happens all the time. It's just a random. The insurance company picks a number, and you're part of that number, and they call you in. You gotta be there in like a half hour. I don't do drugs, so I just said I don't do drugs, but I did mushrooms once in my life.
It's not a drug, bro.
Right. I agree. It's not a drug. So anyway, never an issue. Been passing them for 23 years. So I went, took one, obviously passed it. Walking out, I was getting in the elevator, and like a fucking idiot, I took my camera, turned it around, and I just held up the paperwork real quick, like 2 seconds. I was like, just passed another random or whatever, been with the union 23, just a stupid little video, posted it to my story. Well, I guess I flashed my fucking information. Must have had my social security number, and it was probably a 3-second clip, if that, where but people freeze it, and they zoom in, and 2 people did it, tried to open lines of credit in my name, so I had to get...
Wow, did they try taking your social security check?
I had to do what you do. I had to get fucking fraud protection. I had to get life alert. I had to do all that shit. Thank God they never got through. But thank God for me, they just did a check and called me personally and said, are you opening a $10,000 line of credit or whatever with Bank of America? And then another bank called me. Are you opening? They just luckily they called me, and normally I don't answer those calls. And I was like, no, fuck no. And they're like, oh, we have an open line of credit here for you that we're about to. I was like, that ain't me. And I couldn't figure it out. And then like a week later, I was like, you fucking dumb motherfucker.
That's how Pop Smoke got killed.
How?
He posted his luggage, right? He posted a picture. Oh, I landed, and someone zoomed in his luggage, had his address on his house.
No way.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Wow. Yeah, stupid. Stupid is and stupid does, bro. I kind of almost deserved it because I did a stupid thing, but there are fucking scumbags out there, fucking absolute fucking scumbags that do shit like that,
Don't hit those porn links.
Yeah. Actually, you said that. That's weird you said that. It's not a porn link. Oh. I've been getting this, and I was scared to open it. Where is it?
I definitely ain't opening shit. Like you text me.
The name of the restaurant we went to is Blue Ale House because I got
Blue. That was right. It's close.
Blue Ale House, yeah, great
Blue,
place.
Right?
Check them out if you're ever up that way. What's the name of the town again? It's near Butler,
Riverdale.
Riverdale. Where is it? And I was like, oh my god, this is some fucking scam. It's a text. There's like 300 people in it and it keeps trying to get you to open this link. I guess I deleted it. Anyway, it's a text and there's a link in it and it gets to try to click some photography link, but it's my phone number and about 20 other phone numbers in it, and they keep just sending it to me over and over and over again.
On what?
You can't block 20 numbers. You can block a number. You can't block like 20 numbers in a group.
Goes to your phone?
It goes to my phone. It's a text.
Text.
So now, before I even click it and open it, I did it the first time. I was like, because I thought it was somebody I knew. And I didn't open the link. I just clicked to see what it was, and it pulls a link up that you can click on. Now I just delete it every time, but they keep sending it to me over and over and over again. And I'm like, is this how they get in? Is this some fucking software where they
probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you're gonna hit it and yeah.
No, not now. I only clicked it once, and I didn't actually open the link. But now it keeps coming like every 3 or 4 hours. They send it to me again.
Well, now he's like, oh, we got him. He's close. He's gonna.
But there's like 20 other phone numbers in it. You know, weird. Anyway, I'm tired, buddy. Let's wrap this up. What do we got? Oh, next week we got a guest. We'll keep it secret, but we got a guest next week. Again, I'm going to say this. I said this last episode. We are Zoom capable now. If you are somebody that would be interested in being on our show as a guest, please DM us at Champ of the Tramp at our Instagram. If you have ideas or people you'd like to see on our podcast,
you can send a pic too. Roger likes
no,
pictures.
Actually, Andrew opens all that. Our
Roger
tech guy,
pictures.
Andrew, opens all that. So, yes, send dick pics. Send them. So, anyway, long story short, if you're somebody that would like to be on the show, please DM us. If you have potential ideas for somebody you'd like to be on our show that maybe we could reach out to, make those suggestions as well. So, thank you, everybody, for checking out Champ and the Tramp. As always, we appreciate the love. We appreciate our viewers and especially our subscribers. A lot of people may not know this. Our boy Robert Frank brought this up. It is free to subscribe. To hit that subscribe, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So that helps us out a lot. Hit that subscribe button and check us out on YouTube, obviously. So YouTube, buddy.
Why do you have something you can subscribe to?
This guy. Say it again.
TikTok.
Oh yeah, shit. We're coming on with a TikTok.
Hey, so if it comes on TikTok, it's true. That's Roger's fucking.
You're not on
oath.
there, right?
I'm not.
It is so addictive, bro. TikTok is way more addictive.
I can't. Actually,
It is
I had
way
it.
more addictive
I had it
than
on my
anything
phone.
else.
I had it on my phone. I took it off.
I
too.
can't stop looking at
Everyone
it.
tells me that, so I'm like,
It
I
is
can't.
so addictive.
I can't do it.
I can't focus on more than one. So Instagram is the one that I always post on. I got the most followers. I'm very interactive with my. That sounds so weird, but my fan base or people that follow me on there or whatever. TikTok, I literally just go on to fucking be a creep and just stare at shit. I'm literally just a creep on TikTok. When it first started,
You're a voyeur.
Yeah, when it first started, I was posting a bunch of content, and then I can't.
Dancing. You were dancing.
I was. I can't keep up with two. I can't. I'm too lazy or I don't know. I just
too
can't
old,
do it.
bro.
I'm too
You're
old. Yeah. After 50, you
Me
should
too,
not.
I'm not saying
you should
me.
not be on TikTok. But if I fall, I'm joking. I'm not 50.
You're not quite there yet.
You would say that. But anyway, if I follow you, I'm just being a total creep. So just so you know.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of hot girls on there.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, he's 50.
So you should stay off there.
I'm off. I'm not on.
All right, guys, check us out. Champ of the Tramp, Frankie and Roger out.
Peace.